The early access for Sons of the Forest has just released, yet it feels so different compared to the first. In a good way. Not just because it is in fact a completely new game with stunning graphics, terrifying enemies, and a massive immersive map that's quadruple the size of the last one, but also in how thrilling it is. It's the same premise, same idea, yet they're the ones who fear you now. No more mystery, no more worry. You've already lived through the trials and horrors of the first game, and now you've chosen to dive headfirst back into hell. It's time for payback. You're the one in charge of the island now, and that's not a bad thing. Wait, hang on to your horses. Quick disclaimer, this video contains spoilers for A. The Jungle. B. George Orwell's 1984 is a dystopian social science fiction novel that examines C. Dumbledore dies. And D. Sons of the Forest. If you guessed D. Sons of the Forest, then great job. You just won nothing. Also, my poor old PC wouldn't survive playing on high graphics, so you'll have to experience my pain and deal with 50 FPS ultra low settings. Come on, it's not even that bad. The person who makes all these vehicles needs to be fired, cause this happens all the time. Oh, you're actually not alone? Nice. Kelvin here is the best companion you could ever ask for. If anything happens to my boy, there's going to be violence. He's cute, strong as hell, keeps you from being too lonely. Sure, he makes mistakes sometimes, but I forgive him, and so should you. Or else. Right from the crash, the atmosphere is completely different from the first game. Back then, you were some random father who just happened to end up on a terrifying unknown island, armed with nothing but a plain axe and your own wits. Now, you're an experienced military man, with a plethora of tools and the goal of searching for a lost family. Your character and you, yes, you both know about the horrors of the island from the first game, yet you're brave enough to dive right back in. I mean, sure, some dude holding you at gunpoint was definitely not part of the plan, but you're here now. Make the most of it. You start off with a tactical axe to chop down trees and enemies, a knife for carving out materials and weapons, a survival guide for building, and a GPS that tells you where to go. While the first game had you running around the island like a headless chicken, scared of what could be lurking barely out of your vision. Sons of the Forest tells you what your objectives are, what to do, and you don't just need to explore, you actually want to. Survival, survival, survival. The name of the game is survival, and somehow they managed to make it even more immersive than the first. The building system in this game is so unbelievably good. It's flexible. If you can think of it, you can build it.
Pee-pee.
Maybe you were right. Maybe we were the true cannibals all along. Like the first game, well actually like any survival game, you need food, water, shelter. They added better visuals for items. A detailed crafting menu and an inventory that's actually realistic. Look at this absolute unit of a backpack. It just trumps any other video game inventory. Oh, and there's actually seasons in the game, which alters the behavior of the environment and mobs. In winter, for example, more ponds freeze over and hostiles are less active, but travel in large groups. The scenery is just wow. These objective markers indicate where key items lie to progress the story, or unique tools or weapons that can help you take down your foes. Instead of fearing the unknown, you strive for it. There has to be something good there, right? And you're willing to go through anything that lies in the way. Oh, that's a gun. Guns completely changed the genre of the game. You're the uncrowned king of the island now. That is, until you run out of ammo. These enemies aren't what they used to be. They're stronger, faster, smarter. They just don't feel that way because you're also more experienced. You don't know what they do. They're constantly following you, hidden around you in the bushes or just in camps scattered around the map. But that fear, that dreaded fear from the first game, it's slowly creeping back in. But you'll get used to it soon enough. You do have all that experience after all. But these are just the ones on the surface. The first game had a vast cave system with connecting branches and various different entrances and routes. You wouldn't know which way to go, where to find what you needed. If you got stranded, and if you died deep down there somewhere, trust me, it's a long way back. The mystery, all the unknowns, the screams of hostiles in the darkness, it made it terrifying to be stranded in those pitch black caves. praying that nothing's right in front of you whenever your light goes out. The caves in Sons of the Forest give off a completely different vibe. There's plenty of research bases scattered throughout the various caves in the map. Each of them provide you with brand new tools and information as to what exactly happened here. Rather than a struggle for survival, a desperate search for your kidnapped son, it's a mystery to be solved. And here, the mystery is to find out which one of these researchers got a little too excited. You do still have to collect items to progress like the first game. The rebreather, zipline rope, and the goddamn shovel that took me ages to find. But the main objectives are the keycards. You just want to get in, raise hell, and ransack the place. The mutants, they're just obstacles in your way. Then, the grand finale.